And welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Well, the Red Sox shifted their lineup around quite a bit over the last couple weeks. One thing is back to normal. Jacoby Ellsbury atop the Red Sox starting nine. It's worked out great over the last 5 games. Got a 5-game hitting streak heading into tonight's action. We take a look at some of the numbers. The first Red Sox player to have 5 straight multi-hit games since Coco Crisp did it last September. He now has 34 multi-hit games this season. Also stealing some bases. A stolen base last night is 45th of the season and is 12th in the last 19 games. With more on Jacoby Ellsbury, here's the third member of our broadcast team, Heidi Watney.
Well, thanks, Don. Jacoby Ellsbury has been a spark plug in the leadoff role for the Red Sox offense this year. He had a 22-game hitting streak in that role earlier this year. He's hitting a whopping .458 on this homestand, and Terry Francona says he's pleased with how Ellsbury has handled that role.
We've kind of run a fine line of taking a young kid that's learning how to be a good major leaguer, which he's doing, on a contender, which he's doing, and the ability to get on base, hit, learn how to do all these things while leading off for a team that thinks they can win. That's not always the easiest thing to do.
Now, Ellsbury has told me he really thrives in that leadoff role. He likes to be the guy, the first guy out there to get the offense going. And with 45 stolen bases this season, it's easy to see how he can change a game when he gets on base. Don?
Thanks, Heidi. We welcome in Dennis Eckersley, and tonight the Red Sox have to deal with another young pitcher, a guy they had problems with before, Brett Anderson.
Brett Anderson, the last time he pitched against the Red Sox, shut him out, and it's been 20 years since a left-hander came in here and shut out the Red Sox, let alone a rookie, but he had great stuff. He really does. He's got a good fastball. You'll see this kid, 6'5", having the kind of control at 6'5" is incredible. You see a breaking ball there to Ellsbury, punches him out. He's got some gas from 92 to 96. You see it there to Euclid, and you're going to see a slider that he has to Ortiz, and you won't even see Ortiz in the lineup tonight. So this kid is a tough customer, but it's tough to come back after a shutout and do it again.
Brett Anderson will be matched up against Brad Penny. It's Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Oakland A's. We're back with the first pitch after this. Sullivan Tire, Infinity, Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network, Citgo, and by Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. It's the Red Sox and the Oakland A's, and right now we're okay weather-wise. Hopefully it'll stay the same, as there is precipitation around Boston at the moment, but not currently here at Fenway Park. And the Red Sox and A's, of course, playing day baseball here tomorrow to wrap up the homestand. And Dennis, actually, I guess the question for you is how do the Red Sox bounce back out of this as we take a look at the forecast for tonight and what's expected, perhaps showers. But hey, this is a tough thing after last night's game.
It is. You know, that hasn't really happened that much this year, if you think about it. It's bound to 162 games. Things aren't going to go, swell in the ninth inning all the time. And yet you never see Papelbon blow a save, let alone a 3-run save. A couple little dribblers past the mound and a couple balls thrown away. But you can't really blame Green on some of those balls because the guy could fly down the line. He's got to get rid of it, and it just cost him.
Well, the Red Sox take the field tonight as they do. Let's check out the Oakland A's starting 9. Adam Kennedy leading it off at third base with Orlando Cabrera at shortstop batting second. It's Kurt Suzuki doing the catching. He steps into the 3 spot. The DH is Jack Cust with Ryan Sweeney in right field. Tommy Everidge is the first baseman batting 6th. Mark Ellis at second base bats 7th. It is Rajay Davis in center field, the star of last night's game. He bats 8th. And Eric Patterson in left field bats 9th. On the mound for the Red Sox tonight is Brad Penny. 19 starts in a Red Sox uniform, 7-4 during that time with a 4.71 earned run average. The opponent hitting at .289 against Penny. A win last time out against the Orioles in 6 1/3, giving up 1 run. It was unearned. He struck out 4 and did not walk anybody. Defensively behind him for the Red Sox from left to right, it's Jason Bay, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Rocco Baldelli, who gets the start tonight in right field. Youkilis at third with Lowry at short. Pedroia at second. Adam LaRoche at first base. And Jason Varitek doing the catching for Brad Penny. Red Sox are 9th currently in fielding percentage in the American League. Our friends, the umpires, Fielding Culber has the plate with Jim Wolf at first base. Gary Cederstrom at second base, and Adrian Johnson is the umpire at third.
They are our friends.
Our friends. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game. It is on the sticky side right now here at Fenway Park as Brad Penny gets ready to take on this Oakland A's team. And we have been very fortunate on the homestand so far. It has been a very nice homestand as far as weather goes. Finally summer here in Boston.
And that's how it goes. It goes from, what, April to summer. Boom.
Nothing in between.
But I'll take it because June was absolutely miserable. I'll take this.
Terrible.
Yes.
Well, it's been a great homestand for you. You're bronzed. You're ready to go.
Yeah.
And you're almost on vacation again. How about that?
Yeah, here we go again. It's a tough life. I got to do it.
Wow. Someday I want to grow up and be Dennis Eckersley. Adam Kennedy stands in as Brad Penny ready to go. And the first pitch of this one is a fly ball to left field. Back goes Bay at the wall. It is gone. How about the way this one starts? Adam Kennedy, who had a 5-hit night here last night, hits an opposite field home run, and the A's lead it 1-0.
Well, you got to be kidding me. This looked like a routine fly ball to left field. The wind's not blowing that hard. Just an easy swing. Gets the ball up into the wind. First pitch. Shocking, really. Fastball away. Just flips it. High fly ball left field. Doesn't look like anything dangerous. Bay goes back on this ball like he's got a beat on it. Meanwhile, this ball gets into the seats.
So the A's trying to keep the momentum going from last night. And this one is grounded off the hand of Penny out to short. Lowry's throw is going to pull LaRoche off the bag. And Cabrera will reach.
Looked like Penny just nicked that ball back up the box. Slowed it down a little bit, but it was difficult play for Lowry.
Both the first hitters swinging at the first pitch.
You see this ball, one hop. It's going to nick his right hand barely, all the way back up the middle. He's off balance. The throw goes inside part of the bag. I don't know what are you going to do on that? A 360 or a 180? That's hard. That play's hard to make.
So Cabrera at first base. Kurt Suzuki and this ever-changing 3 spot in the A's order. So Nomar Garciaparra bat in the spot last night. And Suzuki took a pitch and it's strike 1. So it's a 284 average, 5 homers and 46 runs batted in. To center field, Ellsbury coming in, but it's a base hit as Cabrera takes second. And it's 3 straight hits here in the first inning for the Oakland A's.
They see a fastball. They are swinging early on. Pretty much what Penny does. He tries to establish his fastball like a lot of pitchers, but fastball middle. Suzuki's got, what, a 20-game hitting streak, is it, against the Red Sox?
Well, he is at first now, 2 on, nobody out. And Jack Cuss, the batter. It's actually 21 now with that base hit.
He's a tough out. Batting third, a catcher batting third.
Cussed out of the cleanup spot at 232, but he's got 16 homers and 50 runs batted in. Penny trying to grab his bearings here in the first inning. So far, just a 1-0 advantage on a leadoff home run on the first pitch of the game for Adam Kennedy.
Try to mix in a little split finger or something that took off. But Brad, you're going to face Brad Penny. You're looking fastball. That's all there is to it.
Fly ball sent foul off the bat of Cuss down the left field line. And it's 2-1 to Jack Cuss. Cuss has been quiet lately, 1 for 7 in the series, but 3 for his last 27 as he waits on a 2-1 from Penny. And it's ball 3, 3-1.
You almost get afraid to throw a fastball for a strike.
Threw strikes early, not working now. Kennedy with a home run. The infield hit for Cabrera. Single to center, a ringing single at that for Kurt Suzuki. 2 on, a run in. And the hitter's count for Jack Cuss.
Kind of difficult to find your way into this game. Now 3-1.
Not close. And it's ball 4 to load the bases. John Farrell to make a visit. Well, so frustrating the way last night ended when the old adage only as good as the next day's starting pitcher. But right now the A's are keeping it going as far as the momentum goes, at least in the first.
I mean, yesterday 21 hits. I mean, they had some good at bats last night. They really did, even though they won the game on 2 little weak ground balls. One Davis, he can fly down the line, but they haven't had a lot of starting pitching, go haywire early in the game. They really haven't. If you look at this rotation, there's never anybody had really bad first, second, third innings.
And really for the first time since before the break last night, the Red Sox bullpen having troubles. Well, Brad Penny trying to get out of this with minimal damage in the first. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ryan Sweeney takes ball 1.
We've yet to see a breaking ball, but
straight back, 1-1. As you mentioned, Penny a winner his last time out against the Orioles, 6 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. And home has been a great place for him here at Fenway Park. 5-1 at Fenway. With a 4.02 earned run average. Tonight marks his 11th Fenway start in a Red Sox uniform. This one up the middle. Pedroia will flip to second for 1. Back to first. 4-2. No. Do not get the runner at first. Run scores, and it's 2-0. Looked like they were going to get Sweeney, but he beats it out. As Cabrera scores from third base, and it's 2-0 Oakland.
You're thinking this is a double play ball, but he just hit it just a little too weakly to Pedroia. He tries to hurry up and flip it. That ball's got to get out of there a little quicker because Sweeney can run bang bang at first.
So it's first and third, one out now. And Tommy Everidge, who made his major league debut here last night, and got his first major league hit off Jonathan Papelbon. Nearly hit it out of here. His numbers from AAA Sacramento. He was 1 for 6 in the game last night. But the one part was an RBI double off Papelbon in the 9th inning. It was high on the Green Monster. Started this season at AA Midland, promoted to Sacramento on June 9th, and called up from Sacramento just in time for the game last night. Elevates and Everidge chases, 97 and up, 1-2.
Boy, if he can get out of this thing still 2-0, that'd be a dynamite inning. See him swing at that high fastball. You got to try to punch him out right here. This is a big pitch. This kid's got to be a fastball hitter. I got to throw him a breaking ball down and away. Fastball.
Everidge with a late cut fouls it into the seats.
It's almost like he was looking breaking ball and he got a fastball and fouled it off.
A 1-2 to Everidge. Down low, 2-2.
Penny, he really likes to go to that fastball. When in doubt, he tries to paint with that fastball. He said he's not comfortable throwing breaking balls.
And it's pretty much a strictly show me pitch,
Yeah,
is it not?
It is, and I've seen him shake off Airtech, the breaking ball. He'll shake it off. I don't think he's real confident in his breaking ball early on.
I mean, how do you just throw fastballs?
I don't know. It's hard to do. But he's got that late, giddy up on his fastball. It's hard, they don't swing and miss a lot with his fastball. We talked about it earlier. A lot of pitches he throws, a lot of foul balls. They just foul tip a lot of fastballs. So there's that breaking ball.
Missing for ball 3.
He's not biting.
You got Kurt Suzuki at third base, Ryan Sweeney at first base, still just 1 out, 2 runs in. And Mark Ellis waiting on deck.
You got to think Sweeney might be running 3-2, stay out of a double play.
He is, and it's ball 4 to Everidge. So the fastball again, and it misses. It's the second walk allowed by Penny of the inning. And the A's have the bases loaded again.
Just not comfortable right now going after somebody. When you start the game off and they bang you around 2-3 hits in a row, and you get a little tentative with your fastball.
One of the first things Terry Francona said today in his press conference with the media is that they need some innings tonight from Brad Penny. The way the bullpen was used last night. So keep that in mind as this inning moves along here at the top of the first. And it's already a 2-run inning for the Athletics. The bases are loaded and still just 1 out. Here's pitch 20 of the inning. And it's ball 1. He's not getting anything right now from Fielding Culberth either.
Well, it's not even close.
That's the problem.
Yeah. You can't even beg at this point.
Well, it's the 7th batter of this first inning. And it's 2-0. I think Penny would have liked that. A good spot for Mark Ellis.
I think he's going to get a fastball. What do you think?
I'd say there's a pretty good chance.
It's a real good chance.
Popped up. Veritek discards the mask and makes the catch. A big out. 2 down.
What a big out. Humongous out. 2-0. Popped him up. Swung at a ball. Ball ran in on him. You get out of this inning just 2 runs, you'll feel yourself very fortunate.
Rajai Davis, tremendous night last night. Did not start the game in the starting lineup, but a very big part of last night's game, checking in late and in a big way. His speed playing into things, and he takes ball 1. This guy they've been taking off the bench. Pinch running on the season. We saw why with his speed here last night. But he's starting to hit some. Played 15 games in July, hitting at .407 during that time. So Bob Guerin running him out there a little bit more regularly. And tonight he gets a start in center field. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
This kid's got to be one of the fastest right-handed hitters in the league. And that ground ball last night to Green was, anyway, fastball right by him. He's late.
Penny's had the good velocity right out of the gate tonight. That's not been the problem. Location has. This one fouled off to our right. 1-2.
Might as well throw him another one upstairs. He wants to swing at the ball up.
Suzuki at third, Sweeney at second. Everidge at first with 2 down in the Oakland first inning. Here's ball 2, 2-2.
He really can't seem to make a pitch. He yanks the ball down and away, and then he throws the ball upstairs. So I hope that he swings at a high fastball like Ellis jammed him. If he had a breaking ball, this would be the time to throw it too, but I don't think he's got one.
Inside, full count. Everybody be on the move.
Everybody knows a fastball's coming, and everybody's on the move. He tried to paint him inside right here, but this ball's in, clearly inside.
So here we go. Brad Penny, Rajai Davis. 2 outs, bases loaded for the A's. High drive to left. Back goes Jason Bay. Front of the wall. It is off the wall. Scoring from third is Suzuki. Sweeney's behind him. Here's Everidge. He'll score. Bases clearing double. And the Oakland Athletics take a 5-0 lead on Brad Penny in the first.
I mean, what are you going to do? Everybody in the ballpark knows he's going to throw a fastball 3-2. He just can't get away with a fastball right there. Davis makes him pay. Ball up, elevated, gets this ball in the air. Everybody's running with 2 outs. You know it's going to clear the bases. Easy double for Davis. Just doesn't have a breaking ball more than anything in this first inning to put people away with.
Eric Patterson, 9th member of the A's to bat in the first. Pitch number 30 of this first inning for Brad Penny coming. There's a strike, 1-1. So a 5-run first for the A's so far. Fifth time this season in 20 starts that Penny has given up 5 or more runs. But he's not yet out of the first. Breaking ball for strike, and it's 1-2.
There it is. If you throw it a little bit more, you might find it.
Late swing and a foul. Very defensive swing that time for Patterson. He just got called up last Friday. Second stint with the A's this year. 4 games the first time. Now back here and played a lot in this series. He's called up after Matt Holliday was traded away. There's ball 2 high, and it's 2-2. As right now Penny trying to mix in some more breaking balls, but maybe a little late.
It is a little late. Working hard. 33 pitches.
Patterson grounds it foul. Top of the order, Adam Kennedy, who got this all started with a leadoff home run off Penny. First pitch he saw. Davis takes off for third. Patterson hits a foul ball.
Having a hard time putting somebody away. Not hitting the ball very hard, but they had just managed to get their bat on everything.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat for Brad Penny up against Eric Patterson, the number 9 man. Pitch 36 of this first inning, and it's outside, ball 3. Nobody warming in the Red Sox pen. Strike 3 call. Penny finally out of the inning. 9 men bat, 5 score for the A's. Red Sox coming up. first. And the Red Sox coming up. That's the bad news. It's 5 runs. Good news is they got lots of time to rectify this situation. But a tough task when you get Brett Anderson on the mound. He's only 5-8, but really not indicative of the way that he has pitched. Last time out, 6 2/3, giving up 4 runs to the Yankees. His 19th start of the year. Another one of these young Oakland A's starters. Pitched a long wait.
Yeah, pitched the game of his life last time here at Fenway Park. 2-hitter against the Red Sox, rookie pitcher. Doesn't happen very often.
It was a strike 2 and 1. He warms up and then sits for the better part of half an hour. There's the Red Sox with 5 runs in the first. Or the Oakland A's, I should say, with 5 runs in the first.
Well, that's the problem. You come in from the bullpen, there's no way you can crank it up again.
And he's kind of stretching it out right now as they come to check on him. It looks like from third, Kennedy and Suzuki.
He's had a bad back is what he's had a couple of starts ago.
Bob Guerin and the trainer started out, and now they're going to go out.
Yeah, I don't know if he tripped or. But the problem was his back 2 starts ago against Tampa. He only went 4 innings. Kind of rolled his right ankle a little bit. Kind of nice to get a couple practice throws when you had a 3-1 count. You got to throw a strike, isn't it? Yeah, I think I've got it wired now, Coach. I'm ready.
4 or 5 more, I'll be all set.
Then I can throw strikes.
Well, while he does that, we'll check out the Red Sox lineup that's brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field with Dustin Pedroia at second base. Kevin Youkilis at third base with Jason Bay in left. Mike Lowell is the DH. Rocco Baldelli in right. Adam LaRoche at first base. Jason Varitek does the catching, batting 8th. And Jed Lowry, shortstop, bats 9th. So Brett Anderson is okay, it appears. 3-1 the count to Jacoby Ellsbury. And there's ball 4. So a walk to the first batter that he faces. Defensively behind Brett Anderson for the Oakland A's, it is Eric Patterson in left, Rajay Davis in center, Ryan Sweeney in right, Adam Kennedy at third base, Orlando Cabrera at short, Mark Ellis at second base, Tommy Everidge at first base, and Kurt Suzuki doing the catching for Brett Anderson. 11th in the American League in fielding percentage are the Athletics. Leadoff walk for Ellsbury, now Dustin Pedroia to take strike 1. So he's starting the night at 303. Sits safely in 16 his last 18 games. Down the right field line, but a foul ball. One hit here last night, going 1 for 6 in the game, and is 3 for 10 in the series against the Athletics. Red Sox trying to answer after the Athletics score 5 times in the top half of the first inning. Ball 1-1-2.
That's how he tries to get punch outs with right-handed hitters. He tries to bury that slider down and in. He's got an off-speed curveball he'll feature. Last time we faced him, he got the ball up there 95, 96. Big kid.
I think he went after it. He did. Home plate umpire Fielding Culberth rings him up. And a big strikeout for Anderson. 1 down.
Like I said, this breaking ball, slider I think it is, that he tries to throw down and in. Almost to the back foot of the right-handed hitter. Pedroia can't hold up. It's kind of hard to compare him to Lester, but the same kind of stuff. I mean, curveball, cutter, brings it 95. Throws a changeup occasionally. Good control for a big, tall kid.
a strike to Kevin Youkilis. Let's check out the league leaders. They're brought to you by Olympia Sports. In July, entering tonight, run average, Anderson is second. 1.30 during the month of July. Tommy Hunter, the Red Sox saw in Texas.
Boy, they got stats for everything now. When I was years ago, when I first played, 30 years ago, you didn't know you were having, oh, his last 3 starts he's thrown. I mean, you knew personally you did, but these stats pop up all the time. I'd love to compare these notes to years ago.
A little bit more information handed out these days.
A lot more information. Everybody knows.
Everybody's got it.
Everybody. It's incredible. It really is.
You're part of the information age now.
What he does on this count, that count, this count. I mean, they know everything. That's why you got to adjust.
There's ball 4. And down to first base with his second walk allowed by Anderson goes Kevin Youkilis.
Talk about this kid talk about him having control. He walked 2 guys in the first inning. He may not be right.
And Kurt Young, his pitching coach, out to check him out. He had only 2 walks in 6 2/3 last time out at New York. He's not a guy that walks a lot of people. The most walks he's had in any game is 3. And he's got 2 here to the first 3 batters. Brad Penny, 37 pitch first inning, faced 9 batters and gave up 5 runs. Leadoff home run by Adam Kennedy. Hoping the Red Sox can chip away here. They have 2 on, 1 out for Jason Bay. Bats in the 4 spot. Swing and a miss. 95 and by him. With 20 home runs, he's been sitting on 20 home runs for a while. Last home run was on July 7th. That was the last time the Oakland A's were here. Danny Evelyn allowed the home run. It's been 50 at bats in between home runs for Jason Bay. Runners go, at least one of them, and taking third is Ellsbury. Not following suit was Youkilis.
That's hard to do. Follow up. You're supposed to watch him. If he takes off, I take off. The catcher's probably going to jump out of there and try to get to Youkilis, the back runner.
So first and third, 1 out. And it's downstairs for ball 2.
It's 2 and 2.
So here is the 2-2. And it's a swing and a miss. Bay strikes out. That was the second strikeout for Brett Anderson. 2 down.
You can see how he can be tough. That hard breaking ball once again. Down and in, almost to the back foot. Can't lay off.
A 2 on, 2 down chance for Mike Lowell. Back in there today. Not at third base, though. He's the DH. Tonight's Red Sox lineup, 292, 10 homers, 44 runs batted in. So he takes strike 1. Lowell has hit safely in each of his 7 games since returning from the DL. A pop-up foul, and he's down 0-2.
Really not such a bad idea to get Lowell some playing time as a DH. Against a tough left-hander, it's a good time to take out Ortiz. We never saw that in the past at all. I think you're going to see a little bit more of this in the coming couple of months.
Inside ball 1, 1-2. We mentioned the start he had against the Red Sox. Complete game effort, giving up 2 hits, no runs, walked 2, struck out 9. 111 pitches from Fenway Park back on July 6th. On the ground and foul. Wolves got a home run off Brett Anderson, one of his 10.
That was the 2 runs he gave up, a 7-inning stint in Oakland the first time they faced him. Lowell getting the only 2 runs with a 2-run shot.
High fly ball to left this time. Red Sox can make up some runs in a hurry. Lowell goes out of the yard. 3-run shot, a big one with 2 down in the first. Red Sox right back in it.
Well, he did it again. Good timing to show his last home run caught coming off of Anderson. Looks like he gets a rolling breaking ball. This isn't his best breaking ball. Kind of rolls, leads it out over, and he flips this ball. Does he flip this ball or what? This ball is way back, almost over everything. Gets the Red Sox back into this game. You see this ball almost leaving. It did.
First home run for Lowell since June the 10th. It went off Chin-Ming Wong. 63 at bats in between. But a big one here. 3-run shot. Red Sox have answered what has been a wild first, and Baldelli keeps it going. Rocco with a start today and a base hit.
Rocco could hit a fastball, and that's what he got, right in the hole.
So Baldelli at first, Adam LaRoche coming up. LaRoche with a very good start to his career in a Red Sox uniform. He was 0 for 2 last night as he chops one to first. Edwards knocks it down, will take it himself as he recovers, and it ends the inning. But a 3-run shot in the inning from Mike Lowell. 5-3 Athletics. Comcast Town. Don't forget to stop by Comcast Town on your Yawkey Way during your next trip to Fenway Park. Five to 3, the Oakland A's on top of the Red Sox. Second inning from Fenway Park. All 9 batted in the first inning. They're going to try their luck here in the second. Adam Kennedy started it with a home run in the first. And here he is to lead off the second inning. This is pitch 39 already for Penny. It's a lofted foul, 0-2.
One of the proudest games I've ever had, I'm looking back over my career, was a give up 4 in the first and then don't give up anything the rest of the way. You look back at that, 'cause it's so easy after giving up 5 in the first to sort of get your dauber down. It's like, how am I going to get there? And well, he needs to get a quick inning is what he needs.
This one skips in for ball 1, 1-2. Your karma's not working all that well. If you give up 4 or 5 in the first, I mean, how do you turn it around?
But mentally, I remember giving up a 3-run home run. I got out of it barely. 4 runs in the first inning, and I went all the way. And I was so proud of that game because it's so easy to give up.
Sort of a mental hurdle.
Totally. I mean, I was feeling real good at the end of that game. It taught me, you can't give up.
Did you win?
Yes.
It's because you're a winner.
Like I said, it's hard to give up a 3-run home run and win the game to begin with, let alone give up 4 in the first.
One hopper, nicely picked by Lowry. Throw to first in time. Jed Lowry is short with a nice pick. And a hot shot for out number 1.
Lowry decides to back up on this ball because it is a hot shot is right. But he got a good enough arm to get it across the diamond in time to get Kennedy.
The key matchup is brought to you by New England Honda dealers. Lando Cabrera, Brad Penny. You see just 137 against Brad Penny. As he takes ball 1. Cabrera with an infield hit first time up. One that Penny tried to knock down barehanded. Actually deflected it out towards short, but Cabrera beat it out.
Cabrera hitting down 230, 240 all year. And I'll tell you what, July he has turned it on, hitting over 380.
I think he's trying to get out of town.
I think he wants to get out of town.
Lose ball 3, 3-0. Every day we inch closer to that trade deadline. It's going to be very interesting over the next couple of days. There's a strike, 3-1. Softly lined to short, and it's Lowry again. 2 down. So 2 down here in the second inning, and Kurt Suzuki coming up. Penny needs a quick inning. So far 10 pitches here in the second after 37 of them in the first inning. Suzuki was part of the problem as he singled to keep the inning going in the first. But the big problem was Rajai Davis has become a real problem for the Red Sox. To right field, Baldelli makes his way over and under, and a nice bounce back inning for Brad Penny. A 1-2-3 second, a 5-3 Oakland lead. Athletics on top. Brad Penny wanting Orlando Cabrera in the box last inning. Apparently stepped out a couple of different times.
Well, he took a pitch a couple of times and just walked straight out of the box, and I guess he must have said something to him when he made it. And now he said, what's your problem? He just didn't like him to take a pitch like that. I mean, you're supposed to take a pitch normally, not like just walk out like that.
So that's offensive.
No, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's offensive to me, but it is to Penny. He didn't like that.
Jason Varitek, Jed Lowry, Jacoby Ellsbury in the bottom of the second.
I never yelled at anybody for doing that. I never yelled at anybody, ever. Come on. Really? Get in the box. Get in there.
In there for a strike, and it's 1-2. And if a guy does that, in all honesty, would that have offended you if you were in the heat of the battle? No.
Not really. Guys, guys are trying to get a walk off me a lot. They call timeout. That should drive me crazy because I was already
mess up your rhythm.
Yes. I said, ready, let's go. And they call timeout right when I start to go in my windup. That bothered me. He went.
No. Jim Wolf, I agree with you.
Yes. At first look, you think he went. Maybe he didn't.
I think he did.
He went. Thank you very much.
2-2. Goes this time. And it is strikeout number 3 for Brett Anderson. There's one out in the second.
Three identical strikeouts.
Introducing the new $5 Red Sox instant game from the Mass State Lottery. You can win Red Sox season's tickets for life and up to $1 million instantly. Get yours today. For details, visit masslottery.com. One out, Jed Lowry. He's back in there today for the Red Sox. A couple nice plays defensively at shortstop already. Trying to get the bat going for Jed Lowry. He's 108 his batting average this year. Home run, 5 runs batted in. And he gets a good start tonight. First at bat's got himself a base hit. Third Boston hit off Anderson.
Fastball middle. Kennedy playing up. Even with the bag, the ball gets by him easily into the hole.
So 1 on, 1 out. Top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury walked in the first. And came around to score. And the 3-run home run by Mike Lowell was part of the 3-run first for the Red Sox. We're riding the 5-game hitting streak, and the numbers have been amazing during this streak. Not foul, it's 0-2. Anderson throwing 27 pitches in the first, giving up the 3-run shot. A strikeout of Varitek to begin this inning. Lowry with a single. 1 out, 0-2 to Ellsbury. Nice ball, 1-1-2. Red Sox right now 2.5 games back of the Yankees to start the night. Yankees again in Tampa Bay tonight, and the Yankees are on top 1-0. Actually, the game has gone final. This one lined is short as Cabrera goes back to first, and they cannot get Lowry. He is back safely, and there's 2 down in the inning.
The Amica Pit Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Get the right auto and home coverage at amicacoverage.com. And you're going to see the 3 punch outs that Anderson has that are almost identical. Breaking ball down and in to Pedroia. Breaking ball down and in to Bay. You're going to see a breaking ball down and into Varitek. That's going to be the job, to lay off that breaking ball from Anderson.
Two down for Pedroia, who struck out, and he takes strike one. They're in the fourth inning at Tampa Bay now. The Yankees with a 1-0 advantage over Tampa Bay. 2.5 games between the Red Sox and the Yankees. The Yankees atop the American League East. On the ground on the third baseline, Kennedy on the run and in time to get Pedroia. And to end things here in the second, we play 2, 5-3 Athletics. That is huge. Size. That is bigger than it really is. Yeah. 5-3, the Oakland A's are on top. As we head to the third, Jack Cuss, Ryan Sweeney, Tommy Everett. Cuss to walk. His first time up, one of 2 walks allowed in the first by Penny. Penny bouncing back, having 1-2-3 second inning, and 11 pitches and trying to keep it going.
Back-to-back split finger fastballs.
He likes playing here at Fenway Park. $50 pitches for Penny.
Very inconsistent with his break, his fastball, in and out of the strike zone with it.
Outside ball 3-1 behind Cust again. Here's ball 4. And a leadoff walk. Second time he's walked Cust. Let's check in with Heidi.
Well, Don, Daisuke Matsuzaka caused quite a stir when he told a Japanese newspaper that he was unhappy with the Red Sox throwing program. But after lengthy discussions, manager Terry Francona said everyone is now on the same page.
I don't think it's fair for us to expect him to come to the United States, join our team, and jump on board with everything we've done when he hasn't done that his whole life. Saying that, there are things that we're not willing to bend on because of health. and productivity, and he understands that. Don't know that he fully agrees, which I don't know if I would either. If I grew up in a different environment with different training methods, I probably would feel the same way.
Francona also said there were some major differences in Japanese baseball, like the travel here is much more taxing on the players. The baseball itself is much softer there. Also, the strike zone is different. All things that Daisuke has had trouble adjusting to. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Well, it appears to me that everything the Red Sox have tried to do has been to help Daisuke Matsuzaki in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. From the guys that he has here along with him to make him comfortable. Yeah. From trainers to everything else. I mean, everything's been provided for him.
Yeah, I think he's frustrated right now. You're sitting down in Fort Myers. You're not loving life down there. But, he wasn't in shape when he got here is the problem.
Which is, again, his fault.
Right. And I know he's had to adjust to a lot of things. I mean, it bothered him. It's probably bothered him forever, the fact that they take the ball from you after 100 pitches.
Right.
And it drove him crazy because that's all he can get is 5 innings. And he's probably done that for years. Pitched 9 with 160 pitches, 170 pitches. And so he doesn't quite understand this. And he probably wants to throw every day. And like Francona was saying, this is a health issue. I mean, you've got to have your shoulder. You're trying to get his shoulder in shape. Start all over again. To me, it's like, how long does this take? When is he going to be ready? But I think more than anything, the frustration came, and he tried. He spoke up. He spoke up, and I think they've worked it out. And he's always going to have. I don't know what it's like to come from another country and then come over here.
Swing and a miss. Sweeney strikes out. And it is the second strikeout of the night for Brad Penny. And there's one out. You're right. I mean, culturally, all kinds of things come into play.
Good fastball by Penny.
You've learned to pitch one way over there. That's all you know. You come here, you don't have the same success you had there. Why?
Yeah, if I had success and I was the man in Japan, then I come over here and they're telling me to do this. Well, the plan worked pretty good so far. If you think about it, last year 18-3. But I used to like to have the ball in my hand all the time too. But that's ridiculous. I think they've been trying to get the ball out of his hand.
We watched it here with Hideo Nomo. When he first got here, he would literally throw every day.
Right.
And, of course, there was a different pitching coach here at the time. Joe Kerrigan was here then. But he was out there throwing every day. And he was saying, wow, it's just the way it works, I guess. Worked okay for him for a while. But things are a little different now.
Well, when your plan's not working, especially this year.
And it's clearly not.
Clearly not. I mean, that's as bad as it gets. What is he, 1-5 or whatever it is? It's not pretty, whatever he's done. But
he was 1-5 with an 8.23.
Maybe he thought he was okay, but the batters thought he was just fine.
Very frustrating.
So I guess they're on the same page.
They are now.
I guess so.
They thought they were a week ago, though, when he was here for a meeting, and then he went back to Fort Myers and had some things to say. But a frustrating situation, nevertheless.
But whatever's been said is, forget about it. You can't, move on.
Because you would say, never mind.
Never mind. Whatever. Let's go. Forgive and forget, and let's turn the page.
Maddening at times to watch, though.
Oh,
he was pitching.
Totally. It's so opposite the way I used to try to pitch.
I mean, he wants no part of contact.
No, I mean, you see a lot. There's a lot of pitchers like that. We used to say that about Lester early on. Buckholt's a little like that.
There's a strike, full count. So the leadoff walk, still at first base. Then he struck out Sweeney, now dealing with Tommy Everidge, a full count. And he stays alive, fouling it straight back. One more game left against these Athletics tomorrow. We play day baseball. John Lester matched up against Gio Gonzalez. Final game of the series. Red Sox dealing with another lefty tomorrow. And then it's out onto the road to Baltimore, Tampa Bay, and New York. Road trip coming up for the Red Sox. There's ball 4, and the second time he's walked Tommy Everidge. Well, as the trade deadline approaches on Friday, stay with NESN.com all day for all the developing stories and related news. Then at 3, join Tom Perrin and the rest of the team for NESN's baseball trade deadline special. They'll uncover the latest rumors and keep you up to date on the complete trade picture as it develops. That's Friday all day on NESN.com and live at 3 here on NESN.
What if you have a show and there's crickets?
It's
We're going to do a trade deadline show and there's no trades. And TC's got to start chirping for an hour.
He'll come up with something. TC will have something. There'll be no crickets on that show.
I don't think it's going to work out. Nope, that didn't happen.
No.
Because I thought last year, the Ramirez trade, the show was over when the trade was made. Right? It was late. It was late.
It was late. It was after the deadline had
they
passed.
Almost came back.
They were still on. It was happening live on TV. They had phone calls coming in and everything.
We broke the story.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was huge.
So there were no crickets last year.
Yeah. You could be sure there'll be something.
Something's going to happen.
It may not be the Red Sox, but somebody's going to do something.
You're killing our ratings. It's not the idea. I read a promo. It's to promote the show.
I was just thinking. There's got
to to do it out loud.
There's got to be a trade. We got to throw strikes is what you have to do right now. Penny has just been an awful control with his fastball. He's all about his fastball.
It's 2 on, 1 out. It's 2-0 to Mark Ellis. In the same spot when Ellis fouled out. This time he fouls one off to the right.
You're going to get hurt. Sooner or later, you're going to get hurt. 2-0, 3-1, 3-2. Everybody knows you're going to throw a fastball.
It's a nice T-shirt.
Where's my peepers?
Nice
got
moss.
none. Got
no peepers.
Peeps. Yeah. Bad moss.
It's up high, ball 3, 3-1.
Obviously, they would go to they'd have somebody up in the bullpen right now if they didn't need innings.
Right.
Because this game it's not 5-0, it's 5-3.
This would be Masterson area.
Yes, absolutely.
Center field, Ellsbury started back now, stops and turns to make the catch. 2 down here in the top half of the 3rd inning. And a chance here for Rajay Davis, who's been a real problem. Davis with a 3-run double in the 1st inning, cleared the bases. Part of a 5-run first for the Athletics. Penny at 70 pitches with 2 outs here in the 3rd. And a foul ball off the bat of Rajay Davis. The speed has been a big part for Rajay Davis, no doubt, but 3 for 4 as well, 5 RBIs in the last 24 hours or so.
Breaking ball in the dirt, everybody knows. Fastball. It's amazing how he can get away with his fastball.
Cust at second, Everidge at first. On the ground, left side, Youkilis sidearmed it in time. Penny out of the inning unscathed, 2.5 done at 5-3 Athletics. Last half of the third inning back at Fenway Park, 5-3. The Athletics on top as Kevin Youkilis taking a hack at the first offering from Brett Anderson to begin the bottom of the third. Youkilis walked and scored in the first. Red Sox getting 3 runs in the first on the 3-run home run by Mike Lowell. They're not scoring the second, and here we go in the third. Mike Lowell with his 11th home run of the year. And an answer for a 5-run first by the Athletics. Swing and a miss. And Anderson has been tough on the Red Sox. That's 4 strikeouts.
All the same. Breaking ball, hard breaking ball down and in. It's got to be a good one, and you see it happen this many times. You don't see Youkilis chase all that much. Is this the first time Lowell has DH'd this year? It had to be another time he did. But if not, first time you DH, you hit a 3-run bomb. Second time.
Second time.
Thanks.
I didn't know.
You didn't know. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking
Who
to
are you talking
those
to?
invisible people.
You got crickets from me. It's in there for a strike to Jason Bay. Bay now Lowell next, who is DHing for the second time this season.
Thank you.
Strikeouts in a game for Anderson is 9. Did that against the Red Sox earlier this season in that complete game victory.
That pitch looked like almost a strike, and Suzuki couldn't even catch it.
On the right field line foul. Do it again. 2-2.
Get you looking for that hard breaking ball down and in. He'll flip you that little soft curve ball in the outside corner.
Two and two to Jason Bay. This is pitch 50 for Brett Anderson. And it's down and in for ball 3. Fastball that time. Outside ball 4. Third walk allowed by Anderson. A 1-out walk for Jason Bay. It's time to bring you up to speed with the AT Rapid Rewind. Red Sox were trailing 5-0 when Mike Lowell stepped to the plate in the first. Connects with his 11th home run of the year. A 3-run shot right out of Fenway. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Outfield straight away on Mike Lowell this time. They're deep. 1 out, 1 on. As he takes strike 1. It's been a long time for Mike Lowell in between home runs. His last home run was June 10th against the Yankees and Chin-Ming Wong. 63 at bats in between home runs. Riding an 8-game hitting streak. And tonight the DH with Youkilis starting at third. Two and one.
When you get a guy hot like Lowell is, you don't want to get him out of the lineup. So it's nice that they can, bob and weave with this DH role.
Lefty going tonight, so Ortiz starts the night on the bench. Fouled straight back. 2-2. It is different now.
It really is. And you haven't seen this forever. But it really does give the manager a lot more options with what he's got to work with, since they got LaRoche.
Got more moving parts.
Absolutely.
Roll to left. Patterson back. He's got room this time, and he makes the catch for out number 2. With the latest New England sports news, visit NESN.com, where the question is asked, is Tom Brady still the best quarterback in the NFL? Plus, read the top 10 reasons why baseball prospects often don't pan out. And take a deeper look into Jonathan Papelbon's numbers this season. Read these stories and more on NESN.com. 2 outs, Jason Bay at first, and Rocco Baldelli singled his first time up. Red Sox have been held to 3 hits, and Rocco's got 1 of them.
Red Sox a little short in the outfield. Baldelli being the 4th outfielder, and he can't play long stretches of time.
Well, there's one thing with Kotze.
Right.
You wondered if he would be the guy that was designated. Turned out he was, and then traded. But when LaRoche arrived, you had another guy who could play first base, so that was the other half of what Kotze could do.
You wonder in a pinch who could play the outfield if they had to. You saw Euclid play left. What was that, a couple of years
back?
That wasn't pretty.
I think he enjoyed his experience too much.
I mean, it's amazing what he does anyway, moving over to third. He doesn't get enough credit for that. I remember last year in the playoffs he moved over there, and everybody, I know we talked about him because I had known how tough that would be. Because when you're on the big stage, national, people forget. They think, oh, Euclid is playing third, so they don't realize how tough that is after winning a Golden Glove at first.
Jason Bay walked. He's at first with 2 down. Anderson with a count of 2-2 to Rocco Baldelli. Strike 3 call. Baldelli knew it. Takes with him the 5th K for Anderson. It's a 5-3 Athletics lead at the end of 3. Heating and cooling products. Now homeowners can visit one of their 27 Frank Webb Bath Center showrooms. Product knowledge and friendly guidance make both sides of Webb a home run. It is 5-3. The Athletics on top as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. And it was our pleasure to have Joe Pantoliano on up here with us. Joe, great to see you. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you very much, fellas.
Nice to meet you.
Now, for those of you who do not remember, Ralphie loved The Sopranos. That was awesome. Tremendous.
Thank you.
That and as I recall, before we move ahead, the real reason you're here, last we saw you, your head was in a bowling bag. Yes, is that how it ended?
Not last. That was like,
okay.
I think that was in the 80s when that happened.
But I mean, they chopped your head off. They didn't know what to do with your head. I mean, it was kind of sad.
Yeah, sad. Made me a fortune, but sad nonetheless.
Well, now you are part of something that I know you're excited about, an organization that you have founded. Tell us a little bit about it.
No Kidding Me Too is an organization of celebrities that advocate for the education of the destigmatization and breaking down of mental disease in all forms. I was diagnosed with clinical depression about 3 years ago. I thought I had no reason to live again, and through education and being diagnosed and medication and exercise, I got my life back. I found a great deal of discrimination within the insurance community. They wouldn't insure me to do a movie, so we started No Kidding Me Too, and guys like Harrison Ford, Jeff Bridges, James Cameron, Robert Downey Jr. We're the largest advocacy organization of celebrities for mental disease in the country. And I made a documentary showing the different brain styles of young professionals who have gotten their lives back through just giving up their secrets and talking about what's going on in their lives. The United States government has seen the documentary, and we're taking the documentary. I'm going to Iraq with Dr. Robert Irwin and Lisa J., the actress, the first 10 days in September, where we'll take the movie, show it twice a day on different barracks, traveling by Black Hawk helicopter, and then having open discussions with all of the military to talk about that it's okay, that it's not a weakness, that there's no shame, and that through discussion and emotional intimacy you can get your life back, and you can feel proud. And the suicide rate now in the military is alarming. 21 heroes a day are taking their own life, and now since January in Iraq, more guys and gals are taking their own life on a daily basis than are being killed in battle.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
so
scary, but it is.
We showed your website up there as well, which is also important. I know you want to talk about that.
The website. You can blog on. You can tell your stories. You can have anonymity if you want. Or we don't believe that mental illness has the luxury of anonymity. I'm proud of my disease. It makes me the artist I am today. Through knowing my disease and how it works, and that I inherited it from my mother, who got it from her father. That my kids know that I can't change their genetics, but I can certainly change the line of behaviors that I chose over understanding what was. There was a hole inside of me, see. And I thought that being a movie actor was going to fill it up, or having a big fancy house, or being able to get in the booth of a professional game like this. And it did. And what I needed to do was understand that a lot of people feel the way I feel. And in talking about it, I understand now that I'm not alone, and I don't have any secrets anymore, and this is the best time of my life. I never thought that I'd be have this much light inside of me again.
Well, I think that's wonderful, because I got help for recovery from alcoholism because I looked at somebody else that said, and I matched up too, saying if he could do it, I could do it, and I think it's wonderful what you're doing.
And it's the same thing. I'm an alcoholic, and they're saying it's about 75% of dual diagnosis. Everybody says that that alcohol was merely a symptom. What was really bothering me. And I got to the bottom of it, and I'm learning one day at a time how to regulate and manage my sanity.
I got it. I'm impressed. I think it's great.
Yeah,
I really do.
Thank you. And you guys can go online and you can join. You can always reach me. There's so much hope And all it is education. It's like erectile dysfunction. You know, if we can have senators saying that, why can't we do it here?
I hear you.
Fly ball to center field. Ellsbury's there. That's the inning. Joe Pantoliano, thanks for coming up. Appreciate it very much.
I think it's wonderful, man. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Back at Fenway Park, it's 5-3. The Oakland A's on top of the Red Sox. Adam LaRoche, Jason Varitek, and Jed Lowry coming up. Roche, first time up, grounded out to first base. I thank Joe Pantoliano for coming up.
Well, that was heavy, wasn't it?
He had some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's wonderful. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that hear something like that. That's all they need.
Now they have a place to go.
Absolutely. You're not the only one, believe me.
You want to know part of the Sopranos' head in the bowling
No,
bag?
he didn't.
No, did he?
Like it
A lot
never.
of those guys have moved on from it.
I guess so. He said the 80s?
Yeah, it wasn't the
Was it
80s.
the 80s? Right?
No.
Maybe the 90s, huh? When was that show? When,
2000.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he did another movie that
He
in a
did
bag.
Risky Business a long time ago, back when you had it going on.
That's when I had it going
No,
on.
you
That's
had it
90.
going on.
I thought the 83. It's 25 years ago. You had it going on.
What else did he have? The Matrix?
Yeah.
Memento? I don't remember.
He's a good actor, man.
Yes. Swing and a miss for Adam LaRoche. This one gets away briefly from Suzuki. His throw down in plenty of time. It's 6 strikeouts for Anderson. 1 out in the 4th. It's time now for the catch of the day. D'Angelo's Lobster Nation catch of the day. Find your best catch of the day at D'Angelo. Their famous lobster lineup is back, loaded with 100% real lobster. The lobster roll, the baked stuffed lobster, the lobster sandwich. Come on, you deserve D'Angelo. There it is.
Popped off somebody, the kid in the blue.
Reenacting it now.
Yeah, popped off him and went in the other guy's hands.
Varitek takes strike 1. chop foul. The end of the Red Sox dugout. They're ducking for cover. Bob Tomaselli. Oh, what new? Did he get hit again? No, okay. He's been like a target all season long. Rorschach pops it up. Right side. Ellis makes the catch, 2 down. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, asks, what does healthy mean to you? Is it getting your annual checkup, cheering on your favorite team? Healthy is blank. Fill in your blank at vidmc.org.
I won't even touch that anymore. That's
so
it.
afraid to read that promo.
That's your promo. It's like every night we can get on you. Right? Every night.
What's left? There's nothing left you can do.
No, I guess not.
2 down, Jed Lowry. Singled his first time up to left field. This one to third base. Kennedy back a step. Long throw, and a good job at first by Everidge. Keeps the foot in the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 played for. It's 5-3 Athletics. It provides fans with an entirely worry-free trip to Fenway. A Brewster Coach Stretch Limousine will pick you up and 10 of your VIP guests and bring them to Fenway Park, where you enjoy the game from the new right field box seats. After the game, limo will bring you to your destination of choosing. No driving worries, just great seats, top-of-the-line chauffeur service. This one is hit in the air to deep left field. And that ball is gone into the monster seats. Kurt Suzuki, his second hit of the night. And it puts the A's on top 6-3.
You look for fastballs enough, you're going to get one. He got one first pitch. Leaves.
6th home run of the year for Suzuki.
Fastball. Middle. Boy, was he waiting. He was like ready, get set. He was leaving. And the ball left the yard.
Of all the hits he's had against the Red Sox, his first career home run against Boston. And as Penny starts this inning, there is action in the pen for Boston finally. As he had settled down over the last couple of innings, not giving up a run since the first. Now Masterson is up. to left opposite field, and this will be off the wall. Bay plays the carom, heading for second is Cuss. The throw, ball gets there, and there's the out. Tried to elude the tag, went all the way around to try to get away from Pedroia, who couldn't do it.
He's got to have second thoughts about trying to get two out of that. Jason Bay makes him pay. See the breaking ball away. This ball's off the wall, halfway up, comes down, one hop, bare hand. The throw is a little off, but Cust has to go on the inside part of the bag, and he's out.
So one out, base is empty. Ryan Sweeney, the batter, reached on a fielder's choice in the first and struck out.
Throw comes on to the right of Pedroia, but he's got enough time to go and get Cust. You wonder if that ball, if that was ended up being a double, would he have gotten Masterson? But because he was thrown out, he stays in the game. Maybe to give him a couple more outs.
91 pitchers right now.
It's been a tough night for Brad Penny, but he's gotten to this point. You never would have thought so in the first inning.
First pitch he threw was taken out of the yard. There's a chopper to first. LaRoche backing up. Penny covers. And there's two down. Comes Tommy Everidge, who has walked twice against Penny tonight in 2 plate appearances. Breaking ball has just not worked for Brad Penny tonight, consistently at least anyway.
Right, but you know, you think about it, they didn't get a hit after the first inning until the home run by Suzuki. So he sort of got him out for 3 innings, a couple walks.
Back to the gas, and it's in for a strike, 1-1. This is our empty with 2 outs. Leadoff home run in this inning for Kurt Suzuki is up the Athletics lead to 6-3. Everidge takes ball 2.
I think the best game that Brad Penny threw this year was against the Yankees, without a doubt. He had everything that night. Breaking ball, the split finger. Went 6 innings, but I think that's the best I've seen Brad Penny all year.
Ended up with a no decision in that game. The Red Sox did win. This is up the middle as Lowry with a nice twisting move and a throw to first. Picked by LaRoche for the out. Leadoff home run for Kurt Suzuki. It's a 6-3 A's lead. purchase valid at all Olympia Sports locations from July 29th through August the 4th. Olympia Sports, get it for less. Bottom of the 5th inning as Ellsbury trying to bunt his way on. High pitch. And he bunts it foul.
Sort of messed him up. He had a fastball. He probably could have bunted it. He had to wait on that curveball.
Ellsbury walked in the first, lined out in the second. 5 in a row retired by Brett Anderson. And really since the first tee has been very good. 2 base runners since the first, a walk and a single, but that's been it. Gave up that 3-run home run to Mike Lowell in the first. Ground ball to first, and Everidge down to his knees to make the grab. 1 down. Send it down to Heidi.
Well, Don, Jim Rice's number 14 was retired here at Fenway Park last night. In a touching moment, Rice went over and hugged his former pupil, Nomar Garcia-Parra, who had some kind words for the Hall of Famer.
It's so special, and I was so excited for him. I mean, when I heard, you know, he was going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame, I was just thrilled, and to be able to see them and just give him a hug and just tell him, you know, congratulations. And you know, he's always been an integral part of my career. I always appreciate, you know, obviously one of my coaches, but not only more than that, he was just always a good friend and always there for me, and I'll never forget that.
Now, Rice was Garcia-Parra's first hitting coach here in Boston, and Nomar said Rice was very influential on the former Sox shortstop. Don?
All right, thank you very much, Heidi. Last night talking to Jim Rice during the game about that. Of course, Nomar Garcia-Parra, batting champion at one point, and giving Jim...
It was meant to be, you think about it. I mean, Oakland's in town, and he's getting his number retired, and that was supposed to happen.
And Jim Rice was looking for him, as he said, as he was walking by.
I thought Jim Rice was going to take a day off after all that went down over. No. He's a gamer. He plays player. 162.
You're at Nesson, you got to be an everyday guy unless you're Dennis Eckersley and headed on vacation again.
I led you right into that, didn't I?
You'll be at the beach if you need Dennis Eckersley.
That's terrible.
Not quite an everyday guy. Every couple of days.
But you can't pitch every day, right?
I guess.
See?
But you can't analyze every day. Don't be afraid. It's not that scary.
Run out of stuff.
This will be pitch number 80. It's back where it came from and into center field. Dustin Pedroia's got a 1-out single, his first hit of the night.
Down, good pitch by Anderson. He ducked, look out. Base hit up the middle. Doesn't matter what you throw, Pedroia could get to anything.
1 out, Pedroia at first base. Kevin Youkilis walk in the first, struck out in the third.
Anderson mixing it up, a little two-seamer away, then he follows it up with, I think, a changeup. A lot of ways to get you out.
Flips it foul down the right field line, and it's 1-2 to Youkilis as he surveys the bat, make sure it's still intact.
Kid's going to be a good pitcher. I liked him the first time I saw him in Oakland. I liked him even more the last game when we shut him out, the Red Sox. And tonight, bad first inning, but he looks good right now.
You can never take this away from the A's. They can develop some pretty good pitching.
Yes, they can, and they're counting on it. Big time. And I think this is the best of all of them. We saw Cahill the other night. Going to see Gonzalez tomorrow. Saw Mazzaro last night. He throws the ball pretty good too.
At a very good pace.
Yes, I like that pace. We love that pace.
2-2 count to Youkilis. A swing and a miss. Second straight time Youkilis has struck out.
You're talking about good hitters like Youkilis swinging right through this breaking ball. He must not be able to identify what it is. Ball down, going down. Deadly.
Two down, Pedroia at first base. Jason Bay struck out in the first and walked in the third.
Flip that little soft breaking ball outside corner, mix it up.
Badly fooled on that pitch, and it's 0-2. Half-hearted swing.
Reminds you of Lester, doesn't it? I mean, when Lester's on top of his game, he has guys swinging at that. Don't want to compare him to Lester at this point in his career because Lester is on top of his game.
But some of the strange swings are similar.
Yes. Think how big he is. Seems bigger than Lester, but Lester's right up there too. You don't think of Lester as being what, 6'4", but he's up there.
You stand next to him, you realize how big he really is. Pedroia takes off as this one is fouled off down the right field line. Where can you score the coolest Red Sox gear in town? Check out BostonGlobeStore.com. The Boston Globe Store is everything for the diehard fan, like autographed memorabilia, Red Sox photos, souvenirs, and more. Shop online, shop anytime. Shop BostonGlobeStore.com. Two down, Dustin Pedroia at first base. Red Sox trailing by 3 runs, down 6-3. Pedroia off again. There's strike 3. 8th strikeout for Anderson. It ends the 5th at 6-3 Athletics. Tomorrow, our coverage begins at 12:30 from Fenway Park. Red Sox and the Oakland A's in the 4th and final game of the series and the last game of the homestand. Ed Penny back out there for the 6th inning. And Justin Masterson up last inning. They've got him up this inning. As Mark Ellis, Rajay Davis, and Eric Patterson to bat here in the 6th. Mark Ellis has fouled out to the catchers, flied out to center, 0 for 2.
You know what's nice about the American League and a game like this, Penny would have gotten up. You know, you let him hit the first time. The second time, you're going to have to think twice.
So much different,
isn't it? And then you have to go to the pen. So he's done a nice job, because you know they didn't want to go early, and he's got him to the 6th inning. So you got to give him credit, especially if that first inning. But if we were in a different league, I think you'd have to make a move earlier, especially if he has to come up the second time.
Something I'm sure that he endured many times before, both with the Marlins and the Dodgers. Something he doesn't have to worry about here.
That's why, for me, when I used to pitch in the American League, you give up runs early in the American League, you can come back. You give up 3-4 early in the National League, you're going to get an L, because they got a hit for you. Go away. You know, you can make it to the 7th, 8th, 9th inning.
Down the right field line, and this is a fair ball. It jumps up into the seats. A ground rule double for Mark Ellis. And a double to start the 6th. We'll see how short a leash right now Terry Francona will have at this point, with Penny and certainly Masterson ready to go.
I got to go get him. And he will.
Well, you got to give Penny credit. A 5-run first inning. Hangs in there to get into the 6th. It's a 6-3 Athletics lead in the end of the ninth for Penny. Check in with a game break and Tom Caron, TC. Coors Light Freeze Can brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Well, Brad Penny lasting 5+ innings before departing here after giving up a double to begin this 6th inning. A 5-run first. Trouble for Penny as we look at his line up to now. He's still responsible for Ellis at second base, but an even 100 pitches as he departs on the hook. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. And the new pitcher for the Red Sox is Justin Masterson. Masterson into his 31st game of the year, 3-3 record, 4.63 earned run average. Opponent hitting at .274 against Masterson. Rajay Davis was 1 for 2 with a 3-run double back in the first inning. He's also grounded out. First time we've seen Masterson since the Orioles series. This shows bunt grabs the attention of LaRoche, charging from first. And it's 2-0. The Red Sox starting rotation been doing a very good job, allowing 3 earned runs or less in 20 of the last 27 starts, but not to be tonight. As a bunt dropped down, one play for Masterson. They can't make it. You have to hurry with Davis running. He can fly, and they can't get it done.
I was going to say, let's go. Bounce around. This guy can get it. He does get it and throws it in time. I think Pedroia just drops it, but this isn't all that great of a bunt, but you got to hurry up. He gets it, throws it. Pedroia drops it. It's going to be an E4. Look at him go. Throw beat him.
No sacrifice, and an error is charged to Pedroia on the play. So first and third now, nobody out. Eric Patterson, the number 9 man, who struck out twice against Penny. So he takes ball 1. That is the 6th error charged to Dustin Pedroia on the season. Patterson fouling it out ahead. And it's a ball and a strike.
Goes to show you, trying to catch a guy with sidearm gas coming at you. I don't think Pedroia's taken too many throws from a guy like Masterson. You think about it, throwing that nasty sinker at you. Trying to hurry it.
Left to third, he fires to first, and back is Davis.
Whoa.
Threw a seed to first.
He saw Veritek tell him what to do behind the plate. He bobbed his head to third and then to first, like hello. I think he's going to go third to first.
Keep Davis close.
Boy, he's throwing hard to first base. Look at this. Boom. Wow. Careful over there.
To left field. Bay headed back, and this one's going to be off the scoreboard. From third, Mark Ellis will score. How about Davis flying around the bases? Bad throw in, and he scores. He might have anyway, the way he was coming around. 2 additional runs in. It's 8-3 Athletics, and it's Eric Patterson, the number 9 man, who drives in a pair.
Well, the way that Davis was coming around third base, it looked like they had a shot if they hit the cutoff man. Little sinker, I guess, down and away. It might have been a hanging slider because it wasn't thrown very hard, but Fenway Park once again, ball off the wall, not very high off the wall. One hop. Lowry can't handle it, but I think Davis would have scored anyway.
Yeah. He can flat out fly.
Can he?
Wow. So Patterson at second base, still nobody out, and you got to deal with Adam Kennedy, who's had a great series. Get the scoring started with a solo home run in the first.
Boy, Fenway Park will bite you. I mean, that looked like, to me, that's an out. That ball barely got off the wall. I know if I'm pitching, I'm saying that's an out. This ballpark's killing me. Seriously. And you got that guy flying from first. It's like, oh no.
Bounce around, catch that.
Somebody, I mean, he couldn't catch it, but this ballpark plays so short sometimes.
Two and one to Adam Kennedy. Well, they had 21 hits last night, did the Athletics. They get 8 hits tonight, but they've cashed in 8 runs. Big 5-run first inning. And a run in the 5th, and 2 more so far here in the 6th inning. On the ground towards Lowry. And there's 1 out here in the 6th. Patterson takes third. So the infield in all the way around for the Red Sox. Orlando Cabrera coming up with 1 out. And Eric Patterson at third base. Cabrera With an infield hit in the first, Cincinnati is lined out and flied out. Cabrera grounds it foul. Well, the book closed on Penny, as it turns out. As 5+ innings, 7 hits, he's charged with 7 runs. Walked 4, struck out 3. Gave up 5 in the first. Only 2 after that. But departs on the hook. Came into tonight's game 7 and 4 individually. There's a pop-up. Infield was in, so Pedroia and LaRoche racing back. Pedroia makes the catch. Almost dropped that, it looked like. And there's 2 down. No advance for Patterson at third.
That was not an easy pop-up, especially when you're playing so shallow. Infield in, he's got a back pedal. Not easy.
So a big out, 2 down. Kurt Suzuki coming up. Infield can move back now. Suzuki with a home run in the 5th inning. He's 2 for 3. A single back in the first. The home run, his 6th of the year. On the ground down the third baseline, it is a foul ball. Luke was thrown across to be sure, but the foul indication from Field and Culbreth, whose call it is until it crosses the bag at third. The plate umpire makes that call, and Culbreth did.
Suzuki turned himself into probably one of the best hitting catchers in the American League. Coming in hitting .287 this at bat. Not too many catchers that hit close to 300 anymore. Posada hit well a couple of years back, hit over 300. Remember, he was way up there. Mauer is the only one, and obviously he's enjoying the
He leads American League catchers in 82 games started and has been very good. He's not committed an error in his last 81 games. So not only his offense, but his defense has been very good.
Look around at the A's, and what are they going to do? Well, they've got themselves a good catcher, so they don't have to worry about that. But every other position, Cabrera's not going to be back. I know Ellis plays second base, but that's about it. Everything else is flip a coin.
Swing and a miss. And part of the deal for Matt Holliday, who's traded to the Cardinals, they got a very good third base prospect that they're excited about.
Wallace.
Brett Wallace.
Right. I talked to Tony before in St. Louis. They weren't that high on him.
Maybe the Oakland A's are.
Yeah. They probably, not that they glad they gave him to him, but.
Swing and a miss. Masterson elevates, strikes out Suzuki. 8-3, the Athletics on top. 508 runs this season. And speaking of runs, visit DunkinRun.com today and grab a group order of America's favorite coffee and snacks. Dunkin' Run, invite, order, run, enjoy. How's that for easy? America runs on Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts in its 10th year of hosting local youth groups. Special seating section here at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have the chance to catch a Red Sox home game. Lowell leading it off. Homered in the first. Well, Anderson coming into this pitch. 90 pitches into this inning. Here's pitch 94 of his outing. This is inside, 3-1.
When he shut out the Red Sox his last time out, he was lucky he made it to the 9th inning. They probably would have had to pull him because he had 111 pitches. Same is going to be true tonight for him to go too deeper into this game.
And he's got a bigger lead, a 5-run lead. First batter that he faces at a 6, he walks. It was the 4th walk given up by Anderson to tie a season high. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. A leadoff walk for Mike Lowell here in the 6th inning. Herb Young, the pitching coach, out there to talk to Anderson. Rocco Baldelli coming up. They do have Michael Wirtz up in the pen.
The other night, nasty slider, punch out a couple guys. That's what he's been doing all year for the A's.
Well, the outfield straight away as Rocco stands in. Baldelli has singled to left and struck out looking, 1 for 2.
See where he is on the rubber. He barely touches the rubber with his left foot.
Baldelli to center. Davis makes the catch of a sinking liner out there. 1 down. What advantage is he trying to get being that far out?
I think he's trying to be able to get the ball inside to a right-handed hitter. When you line up that far on the rubber, it's the closest to the right-handed hitter. So he tries to bury that breaking ball down and in. That's why he wants to be there. And then it opens up the outside part of the plate for something, so he can turn the ball over or throw his fastball outside corner. I did just the opposite on the other side because I wanted to be able to get the ball in on a left-hander. He wants to get it in on a right-hander.
Pop up, shallow center. Cabrera, Ellis going out. Davis in, look out. Davis makes the catch and overthrows the first baseman into the seats. Could have had a double play, instead an errant throw.
They're lucky there wasn't a collision out there with Cabrera.
Wow. And it's 2 bases. Lowell will take third.
Almost a collision, then he almost turned it into a double play. You see Cabrera going out. He's full speed, and he comes across and gets it off balance and fires his ball into the stands. But this could have been trouble here. Boom. That's dangerous for a shortstop. Can't see, just keeps going. Almost like the play in Oakland with, who was that?
Damian Jackson and Johnny Damon.
Yes, that was ugly.
2 down, Lowell at third base. Jason Varitek on a ball that gets away from Anderson out of the crouch. And lunging was Suzuki. Varitek has struck out and popped out. Pitch number 100 of the night for Brett Anderson. And it's ball 2.
Well, I asked you that question. You were all over that one.
That one I knew.
Wow.
I don't know. That was 2003.
Right. You can't remember yesterday.
It's unbelievable. I just can't understand it. It's frustrating.
Now I can ask more questions now.
No,
I feel
I think you should
confident.
stop.
I feel confident you're going to be able to answer.
Don't be.
Don't do it.
1 out of 20 is not a good ratio.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Yeah. That I remember. I mean, that stands out.
Yes.
We're talking to Johnny Damon about it. He didn't know where he was. This is popped up, foul ground. Kennedy over as far as he can go. But it's into the seats. I remember Johnny Damon saying that after that, he kind of gave a thumbs up to the crowd after it took him a long time to get up. And they ended up carting him off and everything else. He thought he was at Fenway Park.
Really? Did that last a long time, that offseason?
He had trouble with all offseason. Right. Said into December he was getting headaches. This is up the middle, and Cabrera to his left. Throw to first, and Veritek is out. So the Red Sox, we have played 6 from Fenway. It is 8-3 Oakland. Coverage from Bristol, Connecticut at the Little League New England Regional Tournament presented by Stop and Shop. Cheer on teams from your own communities as they fight to earn a spot in the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Live round robin coverage begins Wednesday, August the 12th. So it is the 7th inning back at Fenway Park, 8-3. The Oakland A's on top. Masterson back on the mound, got the final 3 outs of the 6th inning, taken over for Penny, gave up a run of his own. And here's Jack Cuss to begin the 7th. He has been on 3 times tonight, 2 walks and a single. Tonight, 5+ innings, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs. Walked 4, struck out 3, is on the hook. And then it's 7-4 into tonight's action. And this is a strike, and it's 2-1.
After watching Masterson all this year, the kind of job he had to do
going from the bullpen to starting. I think 6 starts he had, and then going back to the bullpen. That's not easy to do. And what I've seen more than anything with Masterson, his control has been off. When you think of one thing that he needs to work on, I mean, it's easier said than done. He's got such a live arm. It's hard for him to control, you know, the stuff that he has.
There's ball 4, and he walks Cust 3rd time. Cust has walked tonight. Tomorrow at 12:30, Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe's Red Sox Game Day Live. John Lester looks to stay hot in the series finale against the A's. And Nick Gafardo and Tony Baz will be live with the latest from around baseball on the eve of baseball's trade deadline. It's all coming up tomorrow at 6 p.m. only on NESN. When you're as tall as Masterson, is it harder mechanics-wise to keep everything in check or no?
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt. His arm is so live that, you know, sometimes you have too good of stuff. It's hard to control. The ball moves so much. Isn't that what you're trying to do? Make the ball move. And sometimes he can't throw it straight. Therefore, he has a hard time throwing strikes. I mean, that ball just comes out of his hand. Sometimes it sinks. Sometimes it just takes off. And then sometimes he cuts it all the way across. He's not trying to do that. It just, he's got that kind of movement. It's a live fastball. And he's tall, so that, you know, it goes to long arms, all legs and arm.
And young. We forget at times how young he is. I mean,
right.
Splashed onto the scene, 9 postseason appearances. I mean, this guy.
Oh my goodness!
Right out of the chute.
Right. That's impressive. The way he handled it. You gotta like the way he goes about his business at that young age. Just give him the ball.
Down and in. Sweeney tried to hold up and did.
That's the pitch to a left-handed hitter. If you can master that slider down and in to a left-handed hitter, would help him to get out left-handed hitters. Easier said than done.
Up and away, and it's 2-2. Of course, filled in the rotation for a while when Daisuke Matsuzaka went down the first time, placed on the DL.
He's invaluable, really, to this team. He can do so many things. Long relief is almost obsolete nowadays, but he could do it.
It's outside ball 3. Which is harder? Which way going? From the rotation to the pen to the rotation?
Oh, pen to the rotation.
No doubt.
That's why you can't do it.
Too long to stretch out?
Yeah, you can't do it during the season.
Yankees did it with Jabba Chamberlain,
but
it took a long time.
But they came out of spring training. That's why he made the adjustment easily, because he was starting in spring training.
This one grounded foul.
But, you know, mid-season, you're not just going to go after throwing 2 innings to go start a game. You know, when I was a rookie, I was in the bullpen my first 14 innings. They gave me a chance to start. My first game, I went 9. That would be crazy nowadays, wouldn't it?
Unthinkable.
Unthinkable. My arm could have fell off. And I'm sure they were concerned about me, right? They're not going to. They didn't want to hurt me. But meanwhile, I went 9.
Swing and a miss. Sweeney strikes out. First out here in the 7th inning. Second K for Masterson.
3-2 pitch. You see, high sinker, ball runs away. Never straight. Thought he was right on it. Ball tailed away.
Cust got a running start at first base and steals second on the strikeout. So he's at second base, 1 down. Tommy Everidge, the batter.
And you've got to think that Masterson would have a tough time keeping runners close with that leg kick. I mean, he needs that leg kick. How is he supposed to slide step?
That's a pretty big leg kick. How'd you keep people?
I didn't. They ran me wild. And then I tried to, you know, slide step. Forget about it. That slide step. It's tough.
It's tough to style one here.
Yeah, you can't style with a slide step. But you do when you hurry up and you hang sliders and you throw high fastballs. That doesn't cut it.
Look at that thing.
Exploded in at 99.
Come on. 99.
I'm having a hard time accepting this.
Oh, yeah, and I don't.
Second night in a row.
It's wrong.
Not buying it.
It's wrong.
Swing and a miss.
Well, no, that's nasty, though. I don't know how fast it is, but it doesn't matter. A nasty sinker when you have somebody swing over the top of it.
Glenn said 104.
Look at this. Sinks a little bit at the end, but the speed beat him, too. That ball was brought. It's a hard sinker. 104.
So 2 down. Cust at second. Mark Ellis. Ellis with a double his last time up. 1 for 3. The Sox trying to get back into this again. They trail by 5. To right, short. Baldelli was deep, but he could run underneath it. Makes the grab, and there it's the inning. 7th inning stretch, 8-3 Oakland. Time now for Sports Desk Update with Cole Wright. Fast start tonight for the Oakland A's. First pitch of the game, Adam Kennedy takes out of the yard opposite field off Brad Penny. It scored 5 times in the first. The Red Sox, however, right back in it on a 3-run home run by Mike Lowell in the bottom of the first inning to make it 5-3. But since then, the A's have tacked on 3 more. A double for the number 9 man, Eric Patterson, in the 6th inning. And 2-run score for the Athletics, who lead it 8-3. It's the bottom of the 7th inning at Fenway, and a new pitcher for the A's as Michael Wirtz is in the game. 47th appearance, 5-1 record, 3.17 earned run average.
Look at those punch outs, 64 in 48 innings. He does it with a real tight slider.
He's on for Brett Anderson, who went the first 6 innings. Gave up 3 runs in the first, and that's it. 4 hits, walked 4, struck out 8.
Yeah, he throws that slider. Not the biter. He threw that one on the outside corner. He probably threw a biter down and in.
It's a line foul.
The ball didn't go down. It went sideways.
Takashi Saito up in the pen for Boston. See Masterson the last 2 innings.
There it is.
Swing and a miss. Lowry strikes out, 1 down.
His words, he's had this slider going all year long. Left-handed batters, you know, that's a nasty slider when left-handers swing through it, miss it badly.
One out, top of the order. Jacoby Ellsbury walked back in the first, since then a line out and a ground out.
Just disappears. See how tight that thing was? Right, the last second it just went down. It's like a spitball almost. So late. Really?
1-2. Keeps throwing it.
It's almost like the nastiest split finger you ever seen, but it's a slider.
Straight down.
Look at it. It's just, this is nasty. See ya. Keep it down there. You're not going to get in trouble.
The target is Bob Tomasello.
He's exposed down there. Look at him. Yes, he needs a screen.
1-2 to Jacoby Ellsbury of 1 out. It's 2-2. Red Sox have had only 2 hits since the first inning, and only 4 all night.
Wouldn't be surprised if Wirtz goes in a trade too. This guy to me is valuable right now, especially for a club that's got a shot. Setup guy.
On the ground and down the line. Rolling its way. Sweeney plays the hop. Ellsbury thinking 3. He'll get there. Anytime you're talking about that corner, you're going to think at least 3 for Ellsbury, and he gets there.
And Ellsbury's watching it all the way. Coming out of the box, he's almost like sizing it up. You know, can I get 3? Can I get 3? And he decided about halfway to second, I'm going to get 3. He gets a slider that doesn't bite like the other ones do, and he's bailing and wailing. He smokes this ball down the line, and he's running down first base, just sizing it up. This ball takes a little extra time coming off the wall. He's going for 3. Right there, he says, I'm gone. They don't even attempt to throw. Yes, they do.
2 triples in the last 3 games now for Jacoby Ellsbury, his 5th triple of the season.
He likes hitting triples, doesn't he?
He does.
He just wants to run.
If I had that kind of speed, I'd like to run too.
I'll be styling all over the place with that speed.
90 feet away, 1 down, 0-1. Pedroia fouls it off. 43 RBIs for Pedroia, trying to drive in another. Ball 1.
Got to be looking slider. If he threw him a fastball inside, it might hit him in the stomach.
To third base, Kennedy looking for the outs. Cross the diamond for the out there. From third, Ellsbury scores, and it's 8-4 now. RBI for Pedroia, but he's out number 2 of the inning. Two down, bases empty. Kevin Youkilis coming up. Youkilis walked back in the first inning. Since then, he struck out twice. That was all against the Athletic starter, Brett Anderson. Breeze has picked up out there in left center field. Flag out there, gusting towards the wall. Strike you, it's 1-1.
You know, these short relievers, you know, he Chicago lets him go, and you see the kind of stuff he has. This guy's good, but they come and go, relievers. 1 year they're on, 1 year they're off. You just never know. They come and go, and you look around every year for as many arms as you can. You don't know what you're going to get from a reliever year in and year out. And I think Francona was talking about that earlier today. And
you just hope you get them in the year that they're on.
Yeah.
I keep pointing to David Archman, but it's just keeps bringing me back to that.
Next thing you know, he goes over there. He's got 20-some saves. You know, we knew he had the gas, but given the opportunity, if he threw strikes, he was a little wild.
Still walks quite a few people.
So how do you know? It's a guessing game with relievers. You just have to have enough of them. Hope
stockpile them.
Yeah, so hope you can find 5 or 6.
The Red Sox have had that this season. It's got to be a really bad feeling, though, as a manager when you don't.
Right.
And you know you don't.
You're trying to mix and match, and you have no confidence in anybody. Then if you have a lot of young pitchers out there, you don't know who has enough nerve to pitch like the 8th inning. Because those are the tough ones. That's when all the nerves kick in.
Swing and a miss. Youkilis strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. And it ends the 7th inning. Red Sox get a run back, 8-4 Athletics. Kristen O'Keefe about to be married. Congratulations, P-Dub. Here's Rajay Davis, who leads it off here in the 8th. Had to put the beverage down in time to get his face time. New pitcher for the Red Sox is Takashi Saito, 3rd pitcher of the night for Boston after Masterson worked the last 2 innings and was charged with a run of his own. Saito's 36th appearance, 2-2, 3.24 earned run average. Masterson, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, walked a batter, and struck out 3. But on the hook is Brad Penny, 5+, giving up 7 of the 8 runs the A's have. And for a strike, and the count 2-2. That's Ziegler up in the pen now for the A's.
They got 3 tough right-handers to come at you late in the game. You saw Wirtz and then him and Bailey.
It's outside for ball 3. Rajai Davis, born in New England, Norwich, Connecticut. Resides in Waterford, Connecticut during the offseason.
This looks like a tough out all of a sudden, doesn't he?
He's had a great series.
Boy, you better hurry up if he hits a ground ball.
Hopped up, foul off first. LaRoche. 1 down in the 8th. Visit the official online shop of the Red Sox at redsox.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop redsox.com. Shop. One out here in the 8th for Takashi Saito. Eric Patterson, the batter. And struck out twice, double to drive in a pair of runs in the 6th. And gave the A's a 5-run pad at the time. It is now a 4-run lead at the moment as they bat with 1 out in the 8th. Begins tomorrow at 12:30. Day baseball. Red Sox and Oakland A's game 4 of the series. Last game of the homestand before the Red Sox head out for a 3-city tour. Dennis Eckersley, who has a game on TBS in like 2 weeks, is going to get ready for that.
It's not 2 weeks. It's like 4 days. Come on.
Need lots of rest. Bob Montgomery will be alongside tomorrow. 1-2 the count to Eric Patterson. 2-2.
You got to prep for that game. It takes a while.
Yeah, at the beach. Down the right field line and foul. And he's at 2-2. Now the bottom of the order has done a great deal of damage between Rajai Davis and Eric Patterson. They've driven in 5 of the 8 runs. The 8-9 men. Top of the order has done pretty well too. Adam Kennedy with a home run. Back in the first inning and 5 hits in the game last night.
Saito coming in this year, I had heard a lot about him and his control, like a strike machine. I think he's had problems too, on and off with his control. Different role for him.
And coming off an injury.
Yes.
Elevates and strikes out Patterson. 2 down in the 8th. 7 strikeouts for Red Sox pitching tonight.
Patterson chases this high fastball. No chance. That ball beat him bad.
Two down, top of the order, Adam Kennedy. A home run in the first on the first pitch you saw from Penny. lead to a 5-run first for the Athletics tonight. Not looked back since. Up the middle and into center field. A 2-out base hit in the second hit of the night for Adam Kennedy. I want to remind you to stay with us immediately following the game tonight for WB Mason's Extra Innings. TC is rejoined by Jim Rice. The Hall of Fame will discuss his whirlwind week. Plus, we'll get the latest Major League deadline news, including the details of today's big trade that sent Cy Young winner to a new team. It's all coming up right after the game with TC and Ryan and Heidi.
That trade being Cliff Lee
to the Phillies.
Boy, the Indians are just dumping, aren't they? They're just whatever. They're out of it. See it. They're just going to change lanes, and I wouldn't be surprised if Victor Martinez goes.
Where's he going?
Yeah, that's the question.
You know, it's amazing for the Phillies. If I read that right, they were able to get him and give up not much. I mean, Happ stays with the Phillies,
right?
Which I thought was definitely going to be a piece.
So now they've got 4 left-handers in their rotation, and then Joe Blanton.
Looking pretty good.
They have to make a move because you get to the playoffs. How deep is their rotation? You think about it. Hamels is, obviously last year MVP and everything, but after that, there's no slam dunk. Who else? Moyer? He's not a number 2. They've got what they had was a number 1 and 4 number 4s or 5s.
Now they got Cliff Lee.
Right. The 1-2 punch now.
This is into center field. Ellsbury on the run is going to make the catch, sliding into shallow left center. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-4 Athletics. And a nice play by Jacoby Ellsbury to end the last inning.
Boy, he is busting it too. He makes this look easy. He went a long ways for this ball. Not too many guys get that ball.
Takashi Saito appreciated it. It's on to the bottom of the 8th. Red Sox trying to get something done here, down by 4 runs against the new pitcher, Brad Ziegler, into the game. 43rd appearance. To right center field, Davis and Sweeney, and it's drops. Miscommunication. Bay heading to third. A collision between Davis and Sweeney, and the ball falls.
I said I got it. No, you didn't. I'll tell you, Sweeney's been playing center field quite a bit. And what he thinks he's playing center field because this is the center fielder's ball. He gets in the way. You got to let the center fielder take this. Clanks off of Davis. Ball's got to be caught.
They're charged to Sweeney for being in the way.
Exactly.
See what this starts. Roll takes ball one. Homered, 3-run shot in the first, flied out in the third, walked in the sixth. Two and 0. Down the right field line, Sweeney will watch it go foul. And Mike Lowell with a 3-run home run in the first. Hess is the proud sponsor of the Red Sox. And the Red Sox on Nesson during the 2009 Red Sox season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every home run hit by the Red Sox. Hess committed to helping the cause.
You got to hurry up. He's pitching. This guy's in a hurry.
To left, Patterson is there to make the catch. Bay tagging. Here's the throw to the plate. It is going to be not in time.
Not to worry on a tag up line drive left field. You get thrown out there, that's not good.
Another RBI for Lowell, his 4th of the game.
See this line drive to Patterson. His momentum is coming to the plate. The one hop the plate. Safe pretty easy, but if he air mails this ball, he's got a shot, but it one hopped him.
Drew batting for Baldelli, and he strokes it into center.
Drew stays hot, sinker. Ball doesn't sink. Doesn't try to pull. Bullet. Base hit center field.
Kurt Young on the phone. As they pass it around, he makes his way to the mound.
And try to slow him down a little bit.
All starts with an error.
Like I was saying, that Sweeney's been playing center field the last few nights. Most of the season, probably. That's where he plays. I think you get to another outfield position, you want to take everything. You can't help it, though. I mean, you get to another outfield position. I got it.
They're both there.
Yeah.
With a collision, the air charge to Sweeney turns into a run. It's a 3-run game now. Drew at first, 1 out. LaRoche, the batter, is 0 for 3. Strike 1.
Try not to pull this guy.
This Fenway crowd alive again. Ramon Ramirez warming in the Red Sox pen. We've seen Masterson and Saito. 2-1. Left-hander Craig Breslow for the A's. Ziegler has started this inning. LaRoche, ground ball right side. Ellis goes to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. With the lead runner in Drew. LaRoche reaches at first with 2 down. Talking about pulling it, he did right side.
Yes, he did, but it just didn't get there soon enough for Ellis. I thought he was going to turn this, but he didn't go through the bag. He waited and jumped. I didn't understand that. Surprised he didn't just keep going. I guess he didn't want to get taken out. Therefore, he couldn't get anything on that throw. I thought he would continue to go through and just sidearm it or something. Cost him the double play.
So 2 down, LaRoche at first, and Veritek gets to turn around now against the right-hander. As he takes ball 1.
Well, that is low paint right there, and that could go either way.
He's blowing out. And he's picked up as the game has gone on. Short lead at first for LaRoche. 2 down and 2-0. Ball through.
Trying to get the tie run to the plate with a walk here.
Take it all the way and taking strike 1. On deck, Jed Lowry. Ball 4. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Red Sox aren't safe, CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital Boston. CVS Pharmacy, the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. Ortiz is going to pinch hit for Lowry.
This is something you don't see very often, because you don't see him very often out of the lineup. Nice guy to have to pinch hit on the bench, isn't it?
Not a bad bench.
Not a bad bench.
Bob Guerin headed out. Going to be Breslow who will be coming in to face Ortiz. Got the lefty ready to go out there. And Guerin will go get it. So 8-5. The A's on top. Breslow coming in. Webb will follow Hall of Famer Jim Rice. He meets up with the fans at Game On. Roy Halladay makes his final start before the trade deadline. And Mikey Adams is in studio at the latest edition of Take It or Leave It, plus in Sports Desk with Cole Wright after Red Sox coverage on NESN. 8-5, A's on top of the Red Sox as the left-hander Craig Breslow is into the game. His 52nd appearance. 193 opponent batting average, and he's on to face David Ortiz, who pinch hits, representing the tying run here in the 8th.
A lot of walks. You see those stats. Has a hard time throwing strikes. You know he comes in to face left-handers. Giving up 5 home runs this year, Breslow.
is an act we get pretty used to over the years. Those clutch home runs from Ortiz. It'd be nice to get back to that.
Kind of a weird shift. Only the second baseman is out in the outfield.
Coffey takes strike one.
Normally you see the shortstop over a little bit more up the middle. Big hole center field.
One and one. Andrew Bailey is up. Outside corner, Ortiz does not like it. 1-2.
And has called that strike too soon. This ball's a little outside. Looks like a strike when it crosses the plate, but out. Ooh, it says strike. I can understand what he sees.
LaRoche at second base, Jason Varitek at first base, 2 outs in the 8th. Ortiz pops it up. They're coming from everywhere.
That's a big league pop-up.
Look out. Catch made by Kennedy, and an adventure at that as he had to backpedal over the mound. 8-5 Athletics. Uniform Plus. They'll open up the NESN.com inbox and answer your best questions live on the show. Granite City Electric's Red Sox final coming up right after the game right here on NESN. Well, J.D. Drew stays in the game in right field after pinch hitting for Rocco Baldelli. Nick Green takes over at shortstop. Red Sox bring on their third reliever. It is Ramon Ramirez to pitch the top half of the 9th inning. His 43rd appearance, 5-3 record, 2.34 earned run average. Opponent's hitting under 200 against Ramon Ramirez. Saito went an inning giving up a hit, and he had a strikeout. There's a pop-up foul ground for Youkilis. 1 down. Kurt Suzuki retired to begin the 9th. One down for Jack Cust.
This is a Jack Cust type of night. 3 base on balls. He's a walk machine is what he is. Hasn't punched out yet tonight.
Normally mixes in the occasional strikeout.
Well, he's due for a punch out here.
Maybe Ramon Ramirez can oblige. Here's ball 1. Two and 0.
We've seen some good sliders tonight. Wirtz had a nasty slider, and we know Ramirez has a good slider too. Throws it as hard as he can. So does Wirtz.
They act a little bit differently, though, don't they? As far as Wirtz is much more.
Wirtz looks like he goes straight down. Yeah. But there's times when his does too. You don't. That's why you can't identify it. Sometimes you go, "What was that?" It's like a hard split finger. But you can't throw a split finger 90 miles an hour.
Two 1 to Cust. It's ball 3. The Yankees have won tonight as they beat Tampa Bay 6-2. If the Red Sox aren't able to come back in this game, it'll be the furthest the Red Sox have been out of first since April the 15th. There's ball 4. Another walk for Cust, the 4th of the night. Red Sox pitching with 6 walks. Red Sox could fall to 3.5 back of the Yankees as they trail 8-5. Coming up in the bottom of the 9th, it'll be Ellsbury, Pedroia, Youkilis. Trying to keep it a 3-run deficit at the moment. Ryan Sweeney, the batter.
That's why last night's game was such a big deal. You know, to lose a game like that doesn't happen very often. I can't remember a 3-run save, excuse me, a 3-run lead that Papelbon has blown.
No, you're right. From a frustration level, I don't think anything will change my mind on the Baltimore game when the Red Sox had a 10-1 lead. To me, that was just
that was
the toughest loss of the year. Just the way it went down, how it happened. The Orioles being the Orioles.
And then beat Papelbon at the end.
Right. But last night was right there.
Right, that was a rain delay too. We did this game.
Right. You were there.
I was there.
John Smoltz started.
Yes, he did.
His best outing.
Really? You think?
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay.
Remember, he went 4, and then that was it. He was cruising.
But he won a game that he went 6 innings, I believe, for a win. His only win.
You say that's better.
That's better. Yeah, you got to win.
Yeah, so maybe it was better. The result was better, but I thought it was more dominant.
Yeah, he got ripped off, is what he got.
Yeah,
because he couldn't go 5.
Raining.
Yes.
To center field. And a base hit. Cust will take second. Sweeney at first.
Kind of have to be impressed with the A's, the way they've come in here and swung the bat.
21 hits last night.
You see this pitch here, fastball up, out over. Hits it where he's supposed to. Left center field. Looks easy when they just say ball's up. That's what's going to happen.
So 2 on, 1 away.
Wind is sort of kicking up a little bit, blowing dead out. It's like something's coming.
Yeah, you get that feel. Yeah,
I don't like that.
Sort of had the feeling something was coming all night, and right now appears to be on its way.
Yes.
2 on, 1 out. Tom Average, the batter.
Look at that tight slider by Ramirez.
Chopped softly, Youkilis at third will go across to first for the out. As two move into scoring position. Cuss to third, swinging to second. And there's two down here in the ninth. Mark Ellis coming up with a chance. Drive in some insurance runs here for the Athletics in the top of the ninth. Ellis with a double back in the sixth inning. Ball one.
Having a nice year with 2 outs, runners in scoring position, hitting over 400.
Pops it up foul, 1-1. Bailey up last inning, getting ready for the bottom of the ninth.
You think he's hoping they don't score?
Yes. Secretly, probably.
Yes.
Wouldn't you?
Not me.
No, never.
I want the team to score as many runs as we can.
Liar. Little Pat Denny stats. That's what you're thinking. This one is chopped short. Green on the run. And in time. We head to the bottom of the ninth. It's 8-5 Oakland.
Inning, it's hard to overcome that. He fit into the 6th inning, but the A's have shown that they could swing the bats, and they just couldn't overcome that early lead.
Red Sox are giving up 5 runs in that first inning, did Brad Penny. He takes the loss as Boston will try to get the last game of the series. We'll have it for you right here on NESN. Now back to Sports Does. Ford dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, your New England Jeep dealers, your Subaru dealers of New England, and by Southwest Airlines. Bottom of the ninth inning, back at Fenway, the Athletics on top 8-5. Andrew Bailey into the game, but so is Bobby Crosby at first base, taking over defensively for Tommy Everidge. Bailey, the 5th pitcher of the night for the Athletics, 45th appearance, 12 out of 16 in save opportunities. It is a save situation. Number 177 against Bailey. Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off and takes strike one. Ellsbury with a triple his last time up. Scored a couple runs tonight.
This kid recoils when he throws the ball. You see him finish and come back a little bit. Kid came out of nowhere. Having trouble last year in the minor leagues as a starting pitcher. They turned him into a reliever, and he has been lights out ever since. It's a great move on their part.
Strike two, and it's 2-2. Andrew Bailey's converted each of his last 7 save opportunities dating back to June 17th. Leads Major League rookies in saves with 12. To left field, Blue. Patterson coming in, but it'll fall for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Ellsbury, and it's 6 straight multi-hit games for Jacoby.
Boy, he is on fire. Triple last time up. Gets a breaking ball up a little bit. Doesn't hit it very hard. You don't have to. It's all about placement. Flips his ball in front of Patterson. Try to get that tying run to the plate.
Dustin Pedroia, 1 for 4 with a run batted in. It's outside. Red Sox had a chance to tie it in the 8th with 2 on and 2 down. Big Papi popped out. Trying to get that tying run to the plate again.
Pedroia kind of frightened Bailey last night. That ball went into the air. That could have been a 2-run walk-off home run. Went to the track.
On the ground down the line. Diving is Kennedy. From one knee, his throw's not going to get there in time. First 2 reach in the bottom of the 9th.
Breaking ball down and away, hits this ball down the line. Nice play to get to it, but he couldn't get up and put anything on the throw at all. Easy base hit. Pedroia goes sprawling into first base. Careful.
2 on, nobody out, and they do get the tying run to the plate. It's Youkilis. A walk and 3 strikeouts tonight. And a conversation to take place. Suzuki out to talk to Bailey. And tomorrow the Red Sox and A's will wrap up this 4-game series. Our coverage begins at 12:30. 2 on, nobody out.
Young kid hasn't been doing this job for very long. All new to him.
Youkilis grounds it foul. Nice hit for Ellsbury. Infield hit for Pedroia. 2 on, nobody out. Youkilis fouls it off, and it's 0-2.
Gave him a pretty good breaking ball right there to hit.
Strike 3 call. Youkilis has struck out for the 4th time tonight.
Youkilis looking breaking ball, gets a fastball in the outside corner. Gets caught thinking about something else. Fastball snuck right by him. guessing up there.
One out, 2 on Jason Bay. Strike one.
I think a lot of hitters go up there guessing until they get 2 strikes.
Just off the outside edge, 1-1. Red Sox trail 5-0 after half an inning tonight. They're back within 3. It's 8-5. Tying run at the plate, and Jason Bay with 1 out. And a swing and a miss. He's down 1-2.
Well, that is a tough slider to attempt to swing at. This is his best slider that he has. I'm hoping you swing at a slider doesn't happen to be his best one, and that one happened to be his best slider.
Chasing, and it's 2-2. He stays alive. Mike Lowell hit a 3-run home run to get the Red Sox right back into the game back in the first inning. And a sacrifice fly in the 8th. He's got 4 runs batted in from the DH spot tonight for Boston. 2-2 to Jason Bay with 2 on and 1 out.
Yes, he did.
He went around. Strike 3. 2 down. Looked like the slider again.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to lay off of this when he had thrown him a strike with it before. You got to get it going. Just couldn't hold up.
Well, Mike Lowell hit a 3-run shot in the first. If he can pop one here, the game's tied. Strike one.
He'll throw one for a strike, and the next time he throws one, he throws it down and away. You don't know when to swing it.
They are very deep and straight away in the outfield. An 0-1 to Lowell. Is strike 2. 87 in paint.
And then he paints you right there. I mean, if he makes his pitch, you got no chance. Just hope he hangs it.
The 0-2 pitch. Line into center field, a base hit. Ellsbury being waved around. He will score, and it's 8-6. 5 RBI night for Mike Lowell.
Lowell got a pitch to hit, a slider up. He didn't try to pull it. Just trying to make contact. Very nice piece of hitting by Mike Lowell. You see this slider? The hanger. Didn't try to pull it. Stung that ball right back up the middle. Tries to pull it. It's not going to have the same result.
George Gutierrez pinch runs for Lowell at first base.
Got the right guy at the plate, J.D. Drew. He's as hot as anybody.
Two on, 2 down. Drew pinch hit in the 8th and single. Ball one. The center fielder Rajay Davis, step or two towards right center for Drew to pull. The 1-0. 2-0. The Red Sox got 2 on. Bailey proceeded to strike out Euclid and Bay, the 3-4 men. For Lowell got an RBI single. 2 on, 2 down.
See if JD pulls the trigger.
Takes strike one.
Didn't have to be. I gotta wonder with JD every time he questions it. He's got a great eye.
On the ground to first base, Crosby, the defensive replacement, makes the play and ends the ball game. Red Sox drop game 3 of this 4-game series, a game they trailed 5-0, made it interesting in the end. But the Oakland A's have come into Fenway Park and taken 2 out of the first 3 games, and the Red Sox slide 3.5 games back now of the New York Yankees, who are victorious.